Hey y'all, welcome to Stivers Homestead. I am Zach. So you all just got to see us do a little loofah soap cutting, and Jen got some apples in the freeze dryer. Well, it's much later in the day now, and old Graybeard with a sawmill sawed up a bunch of these little steaks for me because I asked him to do some tomato steaks. He's a big gardener as well, so he brought me a bunch. Now, as you all know, if you've ever looked at any kind of farm store, you know these things are not cheap for just being little bitty sticks of wood. So I'm excited to have these. It saves us from having to buy cattle panels just to use for the tomatoes or other like tie-up arch things. So this is a great way. If you know a sawmill around you, they'll probably give you a bunch of bundle like this for pennies instead of having to buy actual tomato steaks from Tractor Supply or Roll King or wherever it is. So since it's later in the evening, the sun is down on the garden, we're going to try to get these bad boys in there. What's up, guard dog? You didn't get out here in the garden? Get them. All right, so here are the tomatoes. They're all doing great with the marigolds. The marigolds are finally starting to get a little growth on them, which is nice to see. And nobody really had transplant shock. The only ones that did are these Korean long ones right here. They've got a little leaf curl on them. Nothing too bad. They should recover. But everything else looks absolutely fantastic up in this garden right now. All right, as you can tell, these are quite the statement piece when it's just the stakes. But if you have already planted your tomatoes, the one thing to remember is not putting the stakes too close to your tomatoes, because you don't want to hit the root ball. That would cause all kinds of issues for you and put your plants in transplant shock that they'd have to get over. So you want to make sure that you give them plenty of room. Biggest thing this means is just you're going to have to use a little bit more string to get around the tomato. It looks wild, doesn't it? Looks like I built some kind of wall or like a really old safety protection, and hey, maybe it'll work. But they look crazy. They're all different heights. That's what you get when you're just using the sawmill and not really trying to do it perfect. But I would suggest, you know, this is a lot. It's a lot of stakes. It's over 100 stakes that we have back here. So if you were buying them, this is not economically friendly. I would definitely not do it. I would just throw up some cattle panels or use cages. Cages are fine too if you don't want to do too much trimming of your tomato plants. Here, we get very humid. So when you get very humid, you want a good airflow within your tomatoes, especially if you're packing them in about a foot apart, real tight like we did. If you keep all that moisture down in there, that's gonna cause blight, different diseases to get in there. So we do a lot of trimming on the bottom, and then we let them get a little bushier on the top. Size-wise, it's really up to you, however tall you want your tomatoes to get. If you keep trimming and don't tops off, they'll keep going as long as you want them to go and take care of them. Obviously, you want to get it to where you can harvest from them. That's the biggest thing that you want to remember. So around 6 to 8 foot's good. You know, you're probably going to go down the dirt a couple foot. So it gets you down to 6 or down to 4 foot, but whatever works. The biggest thing is to grow it and get creative and figure out the cheapest way to put your tomatoes up. Because the biggest thing you want to do is you don't want them laying on the dirt. Laying on the dirt, they're going to get all kinds of disease that's going to go in there. But I know people that's had success doing that too. So don't let it deter you if you don't have it. At least try and see what happens. This is what we're going with this year. Don't know if it'll be what we do next year or not, but this year, those are free and they're going to work great. All right, good morning. So y'all got to see the tomato stakes, you got to see us do a little bit of chores, and then you saw a random white truck just pull into the driveway. So if you caught our last video, we hinted that somebody was coming here to stay, to live on our farm, and we were really excited about it, and it's been happening for a few months. Well, they're finally here, and it's really exciting. But first, I gotta make coffee for the store. Coffee's brewing. So it has been Jen and I's dream to have this farm as a working family farm. At some point, we would love if the kids want to take it over from us as we get older, but that's just a piece of it. We want it to be full of family. We want to have a place of employment and work for all of our family to enjoy and to reap the benefits of. So, as you can tell, we have a store. Jen and I can't sit in here Monday through Saturday, 9 to like 6-ish. I think it might be our hours, maybe 8 to 6, I don't know. TBD. So we needed somebody here. Well, there just happened to be a family member that was also in need of wanting to do something different. If you remember when we all moved almost 2 years ago now, it's crazy. We all spread out pretty good. We went from a compound to all being on the same little area to everybody out. So your first hint is it's somebody from the compound. Your second hint is most of you all guessed it in the previous video. There was a top 3 of folks that people were guessing, and one of those is correct. I will let y'all know, a lot of people guess Jed. Jed's still living here. He's living in the basement. Jed kind of does his own thing. He's still around, but on his channel, he does a lot of hiking and exploring and stuff like that, but he's still here. Coffee's done. I gotta get my own coffee pot. We brought up my bun down to the store because it's one of those stainless steel ones. It keeps the coffee hot for a long time. I ain't got one in the house now. She has K-Cups, but I'm not a big K-Cup guy. I drink too much coffee. All right, are y'all ready to see who it is? It's my mom.
Morning.
She is here now. So she just sold her home and is moving down here. It's really exciting. You excited?
I am excited.
So we are going to employ her as well. She's going to be the main face for the stores, so she'll be working behind the counter once we are fully operational. But she's also going to be our help with making our products, helping with doing the Etsy and shipping, and a little bit of a runner and stuff. And feeding.
A little bit of feeding.
Yeah, and so when we're not here, her and Jen, we got 2 people now that can help run the farm. It's going to be great. The kids are excited. We're excited. And we think we know exactly what we're doing with she just saw a rat. She's getting used to rat life. We got to figure out exactly what the plan is on where she's staying. We have several options that are bouncing around. One is camper life. One is building the tiny home. One is taking the White House, our little cottage, and living in it. Maybe with a roommate, who knows? But we don't know. She has a lot of options, and she just wants to make sure she makes the right one, because we're calling it third time's a charm, or third time's a charm.
It's my third chance. I got to get it right this time.
I think we're nailing it now. Y'all throw us down in the comments. What do you think she should do? Which would be the best bet if you were moving to your family's farm? What would you do if you had a little money? How's the first morning going?
It's busy.
It's busy. It's very busy. So what's your number one reason for wanting to come here?
To be with my family.
Yeah. Pretty obvious reason, right?
Missing everybody.
Yeah, she was about 3 hours away from us. Ish, right?
2.5 exact.
2.5 exact. A lot of back roads. I think it felt a little bit longer than probably really was. Yeah. But yeah, so she's really far away. She visited quite often, but it still was a little bit more difficult to see her on, just a random day kind of thing.
Sorry about the bedhead, by the way.
It's not bedhead.
It's a get up and go kind of morning.
You're talking to homesteaders and farmers. Half of us do our chores in our pajamas. You'll get there. Give her time. What do y'all think about 2 months? She ain't gonna look like this. She ain't be in pajamas coming out here. So if you've been following for a while, Jen and I, it was in the winter, which I think it was just a lot of winter blues. But we was really starting to miss our old home. So we went back a few times, and of course, you can never go home again, right? It didn't feel right, and we was able to snap out of that, and we knew we were in the right place. This is the place that we need to be and that we want to be. What we were missing was that family element, because there's nothing like family. And so this is a start in the right direction to getting the compound built again. It's important to us. We really enjoy it. To have a compound is very difficult. You have to really be a tight family that's willing to argue, go to sleep, and wake up and be over it and move on and love each other. You cannot hold grudges. You cannot hold any issues long term. You have to be able to talk. and you have to be able to have your own space. Having your own space is very important. Being right on top of each other and seeing each other every minute takes away your alone time, so that makes it difficult. Thankfully, we have room to space out here, and it should not be a problem. I think I know which way she may be leaning on what she wants to actually live in. But for now, she's going to be kind of bouncing around. So, and we'll just see once decisions are made from there. But we're over the moon, really excited. It's just a sense when people are on your property, family on your property, it feels good. But we are all about to learn a lot of new routines, a lot of new normals around here for us to get used to everybody being in the same area, because it's been about 2 years since we've done this. But man, it's gonna be a good time. I hope you all are having a good day. Hope you all are enjoying the spring, getting your hands dirty, getting in the garden, playing with your animals, sweating a little, working hard, and just keep fighting for your dreams. Just keep going for it. It's gonna happen. Ours are starting to happen, and it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing how blessed we are in that situation. But it's a lot of hard work. Nothing was given to us. We are fighting for everything that we've had and we worked for, and now it's just time to kind of start reaping some of them benefits. And I'm okay with that, because it's tiring.
Mercy. I'm gonna kill him.
We have road construction apparently right on the front of our road, and they're just dropping steel beams. So you're gonna learn about tomatoes and how to stake them up. Let us know what you all are doing in the comments, and I hope y'all are excited for her to be here as much as we are. What? You excited? You excited? Yes. It's gonna be a good time. Hopefully you all are excited as well, because there's gonna be plenty more of her on our videos. So if you all are new and you haven't subscribed, make sure to do that down below.
We love y'all.
Until the next one.
Till the next one.
Bye. See ya.